Good morning. My name is Larry Page. I'm talking to you from Vancouver, Canada, and the company we're going to be speaking about today is Silver Exploration Corporation. Some of you may have listened to me give periodic updates on the development of the company and its primary and most significant nascent ore body, which is a silver-lead-zinc ore body in Durango, Mexico. We say it's one of the largest undeveloped silver mines in the world. A bold statement, but true. And what I'd like to tell you today is how we had deployed some capital that we raised last year in doing two things. One was to buy the 60% working interest in the Cerro Las Minitas, or CLM project, from our partner, the Electrum Group from New York, which owned a 60% interest, and we, as operators, had a 40% working interest. The second interesting and very relevant situation is that there are no burdens on the property. So every dollar that comes out of there, it comes to our bottom line. We've now been able to publish a resource done by an independent third party, which the highlights are very, very good. 32 million tons of ore, which equates to some 335 million silver equivalent ounces. Our intention is to develop it for shareholder value. And the next step is to take all of the data, give it to an independent engineering company. M3 out of Tucson is doing our work, and we expect in the first quarter of 2022 to be able to publish a preliminary economic assessment, which is essentially a document that says, how much ore do you have? What's it going to cost you to get it? What you can sell it for? And what's its value? We've got pretty good ideas what all those numbers are, but we're constrained from saying it. Suffice it to say that they're of a very large magnitude. The critical paths for our shareholders are multi. One is a major can come and offer to take over the company and offer cash or shares. Another one is they would put up all the money and we would be carried to production or have a working interest at some stage. All of those things we've done before, and we know how to do it. And that's what the next 12 to 24 months is going to occupy us, so that the shareholders will have a clear path to a very profitable venture. Many years ago, when I was a younger lad, my mentor told me never enter a room with only one door. In other words, don't be a one-trick pony. And so 10 years or so ago, we went to New Mexico. We were able to put together a freehold property. We flew an airborne electromagnetic survey over the property and came up with what the geologists call very interesting anomalies. That is, something anomalous is there, and we hope that it has ore in it, and we hope that it has porphyry copper. If you're following the copper price, you'll know that now's the time to be exploring for copper. There were 5 mines on the property 150 years ago, and they mined up down to the water table. And why I think that's relevant and important is because they're on the periphery of a porphyry signature, and they indicate that there's silver, lead, and zinc on the periphery. That's classical zonation for a porphyry deposit. And so we're just in the final throes of getting our permit. We expect to have it within the next 7 to 10 days. And we'll have a drill turning there in November. It'll cost us $2.5 to $3 million. We have around 15 million in the treasury. So there will be news flow, and we hope that it'll be very, very significant news flow coming from New Mexico. Recently, Perry During and Bud Hildemeyer, they are very successful prospectors. They came to us with a property called Hermanos. It has never been explored. It's very close to our property in New Mexico. Anyway, the upside of the thing is that we contracted to buy it from them. The terms are excellent, essentially putting money in the ground rather than putting money in their pockets. We're setting up a base that we can operate the Hermanos property together with the Oro property. And that's what we're doing while we're waiting for the engineers to assess the merits and the value of our Cerro Las Minitas property. And it's going to be an exciting year for our shareholders as we progress down both of these paths, but specifically seeing if we can, in fact, have a very positive PEA, which allows us to start putting significant values on the property as seen by a third-party independent company. So I'm heavily invested. Shareholders will get the very best out of management here. We'll continue to work. We'll continue to develop the properties as life goes on. And I recommend that if you're not invested, you may want to consider doing that. And thank you for listening to me.